Hey, so I have just come back got back from Italy, just in time for Mindful Monday. So let's begin in our usual way of energy for life balance. So we're going to take the right hand into your heart center, your left hand, your sacral chakra. So it's just below the navel. Just close your eyes. So just taking a moment of presence. Just being present for a minute. This acts as a very gentle tranquilizer on your system. Just calming the energy centers, calming your body. And it gives a very gentle boost as well to your immune system. Boost the immune system. Most of all, it's about sending love and compassion from your heart to yourself. It's a kind of starting place of self-care, self-love, so that we can both live and give from the overflow. Just taking a breath when you're ready. I'm going to release your hands and then open your eyes. And today I thought I would speak with you about the heart chakra. So while I was just in Italy, I gave a talk on journey through the chakras and actually focused on 3 chakras. So I really looked at the root chakra, heart chakra, and the crown. And so we only have a short amount of time for the Mindful Mondays. So I want to just focus on one chakra, the heart center. So I think most of us will have a real good sense of the energy of the heart. So we know that heart chakra energy really relates to love, compassion. It's an expansive energy. And the heart chakra lies in the middle of the personal centers. So we have 3 personal chakras. I tend to call them me, myself, and I chakras. So we have those 3 personal ones from the root, sacral, and solar plexus. So that is the earth energy, the lunar energy, and the sun energy. And then the heart chakra, which is in the middle, sits on top of those personal centers. And it creates a kind of place of transition between the lower chakras and the chakras above. So the chakras above are 3 above as well: the throat, the inner eye, and the crown. So the heart chakra is a really important chakra, falling right in the middle of the higher centers and the lower centers. And it's higher and lower, not in terms of any hierarchy. It's just literally those ones are the upper chakras and those are lower. But they're all, each and every one of them, really important. So the symbol of the heart chakra is a 6-pointed star. So it's 2 interlaced triangles, one pointing up and one pointing down. So it's really about balance. It's about balance and it's about harmony. So it's how we balance our kind of everyday life and relationships and work and being in the world and our spiritual practice, a spiritual life, a life of awareness of our evolutionary process and that which is kind of greater than us, so we can remain aware of that. So the heart chakra is really that place of balance between the two. So we need to take time to tune in to that center and to kind of connect with that energy, sort of opening and expanse. So let me just ask, and you can make a comment. How many people work with the chakras? How many people either work with them personally or work with them with other people? So people may be Reiki practitioners or massage practitioners or therapists of some kind and maybe work with others. And how many work with energy ourselves, just with yourself? So just let me know in the comments. So different practices that we can use for kind of really opening the heart, working with that energy and being more expansive. It's air energy. So air is already kind of like everywhere. And it's also the Orisha of, actually not the Orisha, well, it's the Orisha of Oya, but that's not what I wanted to say. I wanted to talk about the Kemetic Mayat, the winged goddess Mayat from ancient Egypt. So Mayat is one of the winged goddesses, along with Osset or Isis, as the Greeks called her. And Mayat is really about truth. So the heart is also about truth. Now, when I think about it, I think about, are we being truthful and honest with ourselves? Are we being truthful and honest with other people? And are we listening and honoring that which is greater than us? So do you take time just to listen and be present with the still small voice within? Do you take time for that? Sometimes we're running, we're busy, we're doing so many things, taking care of children, working, doing domestic kind of chores, shopping, eating, all of these things. But do we also prioritize presence and doing nothing, just being present, being? So that allows us to connect with the heart. It allows us to really listen. So one of the things that I was talking about when I was in Italy just was the relationship between the heart chakra and the brain. So I was relating the heart chakra to the midbrain, the limbic system, the amygdala, the kind of emotional center of the brain. And that emotional center in the brain is a midbrain, and it connects with the front of the brain, the prefrontal cortex, and it also connects with the hindbrain, the kind of instinctual self. And so we need balance. So we need balance between really listening to the kind of cognitive awareness, our thoughts, as well as our feelings. Now, without awareness of what's going on in the heart center, it's very, very easy to get kind of pulled back into habits and behaviors that may not be the ones that we want. So we have to become more aware. We have to become more conscious. We have to become more discerning, and we have to become more disciplined. So let me give you an example. If you wanted to up your spiritual practice, if you wanted to increase your self-care, and you wanted to do that, and then maybe 5 days a week, but you find what is happening is you're only practicing for 2 days. So the front of the brain, relating also to the higher self, the higher chakras, are calling you to return to source, to connect with source, to connect with what is really important to you, to honor that. But if we're not careful, and if we're not really listening, then we allow ourselves to get really pulled back into that kind of more instinctual self, kind of root chakra, that is really concerned mostly with some of the basic things that we need in life, like a roof over our head, money in our pocket, and food on the table. Simple things. But we need much more than that. We need to feed ourselves, not just with food, but we need to feed ourselves with so many things to be really enriched, to be really full, to be really fed. So if we're relying just on some of those simple things, then we're going to find ourselves not as fulfilled as we may desire to be. So we have to create balance. We have to tune in to this heart center. We have to listen. We have to learn to be more still. We have to learn to be more present. We have to learn to honor self more. So to really honor that still small voice within. So let me ask you right now, in this moment, is there any place in your life? Now, it might be in relation to your health, maybe in relation to other people, relationships. It might be in relation to the work you do. My question is there anywhere that you need to honor yourself more and create more balance? Really listening to your heart and honoring your heart. So is there anywhere, any place in your life where you could do that more? So just take a moment just to clarify that for yourself, and maybe make a resolve, make a commitment to show up for yourself. Now, I know you all show up for yourselves in many ways, but I'm inviting you to show up for yourself in ways that are more expansive in relation to the heart energy, so that you can really awaken the heart, really listen to the heart. And I'm going to just mention 2 practices that you can do that really support opening and awakening the heart. Now, one of those practices is pranayama, which is the breathing exercises, or pranayama is breath control. So breathing exercises. I'm not actually going to take you through one on this call, but certainly if you have my book, Opening to Spirit, there's plenty of pranayama and breathing exercises in there. And I'm sure I may have videos of some breathing exercises as well, so you can check those out. But definitely Opening to Spirit. If you've got a copy, dust it off, use it. If you don't have a copy, you really need to have a copy, so get yourself one so that you can do those practices that really cleanse the system. So they cleanse the energy pathways, and you have 72,000 energy pathways. So it works to really cleanse those pathways and start to come into a more expansive energy and awakening of the heart center. When we awaken the heart center, we come into a place of greater self-love and self-care. We come into a place of more compassion for other people, less judgment, more compassion, more love. It creates more harmony in our lives. And it also allows us to listen in, to really hear maybe what we've been called to do in our lives at this time. So my invitation to you is to slow down, become quiet, become still, and just listen to your heart. So what message, what information, what knowledge is your heart trying to share with you right now? So take time to listen. Take time to be in that place of expansiveness and presence. So make a resolve right now for yourself. That resolve can be your wow, you're within 1 week, something that you're going to do between now and our next Mindful Monday. In fact, you may have 2 weeks, because I think the 17th, which is next week, I'm not going to be doing a Mindful Monday. So you actually get 2 weeks. So make a resolve to either be with you, to connect, to work with heart chakra energy. Heart chakra energy is also about new beginnings. It's a green color. It's a green ray. It's about new beginnings. It's about letting go of a kind of limited perspective and really opening to a more expansive and broader perspective on any specific area in your life. So don't limit yourself in any way. So I just wanted to share that just a little bit around the heart chakra, around the compassion, the balance, being present, the relationship to the brain, and not allowing ourselves to be just pulled back into those instinctive kind of ways, but being more discerning, being more disciplined, so that we do the things that we want to do. We really honor self, honor a higher calling, so that we can live in a more kind of harmonious, peaceful, loving way. So that's what I wanted to share with you today on this Mindful Monday. So it's short, sweet. I'm going to complete right now just by saying, honor yourself, do your practice, and stay blessed. Peace. You can find me as well, just to say, if you're interested in more on the chakras or more of the work that I'm doing, go check out the website, shola.co.uk, SHOLA. We'll put a link down below for you as well.